Hölgyeim és uraim, 3 perc van a kezdésig.
Dear judo guests, the final block will be held on the central tatami, and first contest will be bronze medal contest for women under 57 kilo.
Kedves nézőink, az érmes mérkőzések a középső szőnyegen kerülnek megrendezésre. Elsőképp női 57 kg-os bronzmérkőzést láthatunk.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the International Judo Federation, Hungarian Judo Association, and from all the sponsors, welcome to the final block of the World Judo Championships, Hungary 2021.
Hölgyeim és uraim, a Nemzetközi Judo Szövetség, a Magyar Judo Szövetség és minden szponzor nevében nagy szeretettel köszöntjük Önöket itt, a 2021. évi Magyarországi Judo Világbajnokság 3. versenynapjának érmes mérkőzései.
One minute to go.
1 perc és kezdünk!
Well, very big welcome back to day 3 here in Budapest. The 2021 World Judo Championships. Well, it's produced some amazing judo on the first 3 days of competition, and there's still lots of categories still to come, still lots of days to come as well. The unique city here is divided by the River Danube, and it's given us the perfect backdrop for a major judo event. It is the under 73s and under 57 kilos categories that are on today, and there's already been some amazing judo, I can tell you now, in the earlier rounds, and we're looking forward to some great judo a little bit later on. And now it's all about medals, of course, and my co-commentator today, joining me in the box, is Loretta Cusack-Doyle. Loretta, welcome.
Good afternoon, Neil. It's delightful to be here and raring to see this getting going.
So we can see that the fighters starting to warm up in there. The finalists for the under 57 kilos category. Kate Kincaid is there, warming up, getting ready, doing her first contest in the training area, and that's what it's all about. We'll have a quick run through as to who's going to fight in these bronze medal matches. World ranked 24. Pricic is just about to come out here. World ranked 24. And she's going to be fighting. She's going to be fighting, of course, Jakova of Kosovo, who's world ranked number 4. Let's have a look at this lady first, though. Pricic here, and we'll have a little look, see her run through, and how well she did to get this far. So up against Ohai in the first, well, it's in the second round because she had a bye through. Dropped Sianagi there. Well, it's Siatoshi, wasn't it? And took her onto her side for a score. Here against Kim of Korea, third round match. Did she step outside? Well, that was the ride and roll. The Uchimata Sakeshi scoring a Wazari. Against Krista Deguchi, she lost, had to come back in the repechage final up here against Monteiro of Portugal. This is her opponent, Nora Jakova, and this is her first round match. Well, second round, but her first match. Uchimata, beautiful Uchimata it was too. Second round. Sanne Hagen of the Netherlands. This the match before the quarterfinals. Uchimata again. Wazari scored. Quarterfinal match against Konkina. Massive hip movement there. Konkina over the top. Big ippon. Semi-final against Klimket. Klimket out the winner by ippon. But both of them qualify now for this bronze medal fight, and Pricic of Serbia in white, Jakova in blue.
Well, it's going to be a really difficult match, this, isn't it? Quite exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be a great match, and we were talking, well, we were talking yesterday about this long trip out here in the tunnel. And it is a long trip, isn't it? They've got to come from either end of the stadium, so that's not easy.
Definitely.
Here's Jakova.
Looking very confident there, isn't she?
She is looking very confident. But determined, you know, they're out here, aren't they, to win a bronze medal at the World Championships. And how different is it fighting for a medal? I mean, you do all the Grand Prix, all the Grand Slams. Very different, isn't it, coming out here to fight?
Well, this is what it is. They've never won a world medal, so this is really difficult. But Jakova is in the driving seat. She is always beating her opponent, so she has to be quietly confident.
Here they go then. Jakova, we know, likes that big right arm over the top. She likes to control the sleeve. They'll be looking for the Uchimata.
She draws her opponent in quite nicely there.
There's the little twitch for the Uchimata there.
A little bit of a sense of something's going to happen.
Pricic has been fighting well, but look at her blocking out there. And this is so typical, isn't it, of the Kosovans. So physically strong when they're pulling you in.
So upright, a very dominant stance.
So a penalty straight away in there. And for the people out there that don't know judo, that we have a penalty system, and that little yellow dot there is a shido given against Pricic, and 3 of those, and the other person wins outright. So you can't afford to give those away. And several ways you can give them away: by stepping outside of that yellow area, not attacking at the right time, and well, they've taken Perisic penalty away from her. So they must have looked at that. We've got a top table here of referee supervisors. And if they look on and think, well, maybe that wasn't quite right, they step in.
Jakova looking for that Newaza. She's very strong down there, isn't she?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen so much Newaza, haven't we? So much groundwork, and the transitions have been amazing. Day 1 and 2, it's been all Newaza, and today we saw a lot of Tachiwaza, of course. Yeah. You know, 73 kilos categories. There's been a lot of big throws. Drop Sianagi there from Perisic, and Perisic is going to have to rotate more. A little bit of blood means she's got to leave the mat area to go and see the doctor. The doctor doesn't come on the tatami anymore. And out of 1 cut, she'll be able to visit the doctor only twice. You can actually be bleeding from different abrasions and do twice on each abrasion, but on one particular cut you can only allow 2, and then on the 3rd one it's match over.
It's always a difficult situation, isn't it, when you're standing out there on the mat on your own and you've only got your thoughts and how you're feeling. And if it's all going really well, great. But if it's all going horribly wrong...
Is that the loneliest place on earth out there? You're just going, what am I going to do when they start us off again? You know, exactly. It is, it's horrible.
Plus, you just got started and you've just got warmed up, and then all of a sudden, the temperature of your body starts to drop. Your mind can tend to wander as well.
The interesting thing is, though, is that we see a lot of scores on the hajime when they start it up again, because you've had a chance to think about it, had a chance to plan. And watch this now, see if a score's going to come. Starts at a different pace. Totally different, wasn't it? And then, well, that wasn't far off, was it? That Ojigari there was a good technique.
A bit of a reverse role there, wasn't there? Because Jakova looked very dominant in the first opening minute.
Yeah, I think she was off there, and her coach was saying, "You got to do this, got to do that."
Bit of a pep talk there.
Well, the coach isn't allowed to shout any information while they're fighting, so they have to keep quiet. In the mates, when in the breaks, they're allowed to say something. Uchimata there from Jakova. Uchimata! Quick look at her coach there, Perisic. I watched her all day, actually, Loretta, and I noticed that she looks at her coach a lot. She needs all the time to have him say something to her. 2 Shidos up there now. She's just fallen behind on attacks.
It doesn't send out a good message when you're constantly looking for attention of the coach. And for me, it's like the percentage you're giving to your opponent as far as confidence is concerned.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It's well, sometimes that's why we used to send the fighters out on their own sometimes, to get them to get used to fighting alone. She's having her head dominated here completely by Jakova. Jakova has that big right arm over, and she's attacking, though, I have to say. Now, that was a good decision. The referee there, he wants to have a little look at that just to see if Jakova managed to turn it with her hands. Perisic comes in for a technique, and yeah, they just want to see if the hands had enough control to warrant the score.
Well, she did definitely look in control in the upper part of the body, but was an intentional movement.
Yeah, she might get the score there. I'm not sure whether it's going to be Ippon. Well, no, nothing given. So that is interesting, because we've had several techniques the same, and actually the fighters think that they've done it, but you've got to control it completely with your hands to get the score. She's got to do something, Perisic, to pull this back. She's not first in, being dominated with the Kata, with the gripping strategies of Jakova. That's going to be it.
Yeah.
Wazari scored, and that's what she's been scoring with all day. 12 seconds, what do you think?
Yeah, well, to me, I just think she'll cruise on this one possibly and just take the win.
I think so too. I think she'll take no chances now. Just let the seconds tick away, waste a little bit of time down there. If the referee will allow her to do that, of course he was right on it.
The one good thing about her, she's so upright, very strong gripping style. It's very difficult to get past those defences.
Yeah, she was dominated all the way through, Perisic, and this lady here, Jakova, wins yet another medal for Kosovo. What about this Kosovan machine? And it is a machine, isn't it? It produces some great people.
Definitely, there's no doubt about it. They have such a small nucleus of athletes, but they're all world class.
Yeah, how does that work? You know, where sometimes, I mean, you've got big groups like the Japanese have so many in number. Kosovo have a small group, but world class, still world class.
But this is her first world medal. Considering that she has had quite a dominance on the world tour, this is her first ever world medal.
Wow.
So unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you see them so much.
Figure.
Yeah, so much in the Grand Prix, Grand Slams.
Yes.
Here's the score. Ashiguruma Makikomi takes her opponent onto her side, not quite on her back. Definitely not an ippon. Look how she traps the leg there, but look at the Kata there. Pulls on that sleeve to ensure her opponent lands.
Well, she was definitely going nowhere but down, wasn't it?
Nowhere but down, but look at the control of the sleeve there to ensure that she's not going anywhere. So a good score for Jakova, and well, first world medal. Seems like she's been there forever. That man there, he helps produce these girls. They keep coming out winning medals at world class level. Well, this is an interesting one because now we can see them just getting ready for the final, and they have to have their judogis checked. Sleeves have to be a certain percentage so that they can get that machine there through and all the way up the sleeve. It has to be the same all the way through. They have to be a certain thickness. You can see that Klimket there is ready to go.
She looks pretty calm, doesn't she, really?
Yeah, she does. She looks absolutely ready. Back to the bronze medal matches, though. We'll have a look to see how these two ladies got there. And we'll have a look at their runs through as well. Teresa Stoll, world-ranked 12, is going to be up against Krista Deguchi, the world #1. She was world champion coming into this championships. Of course, it's not going to happen again, but Krista Deguchi will be wanted to win this bronze medal. Shows her consistency at this level.
Now you can see the road to the bronze medal contest for Teresa Stoll, Germany.
So Stoll, first round match. This was round 2. Remember, she had a bye through. And up against Holgan. Uchimata takes her down, and well, she was ready for the hold down as well. Round 3, up against Nishambieva of Kazakhstan. Again into the outside komi there, transition every single time for Stoll. Quarter-final against Klimket. Of course, she lost by the Wazari, but had to come through against Konkina of RJF. Massive Surigoshi there, and catches her for a Wazari. And again, comes past the legs to make it Wazari Awazeti Ippon. And that's how she got to the bronze medal match. This lady here, the pressure's been on. It's been on all day.
Yeah.
Almost like she didn't dare to lose. Here she is, round 2, up against Loxa of Kosovo. Takes her with an ashiwaza straight into one of the most basic hold downs, Kesagatami. Just needed to hold for 10 seconds for the Rossetti Ippon. Anna Kazira of Poland. Round 3. Hosoto Otoshi, and just followed through again into the ground. Marika Perisic in the quarter-final. That was Ashido's. In fact, it was a fast Seoinage. Perisic had to go forwards. Fast Seoinage does it. Scores Ippon at the end. And against Tomoke, she loses by a Wazari in golden score. Everything to prove. Stoll against Deguchi. A lot of pressure on her, hasn't there?
Oh, definitely. But you've got Deguchi that has actually fought her twice and has beaten her twice. So she's got to be quietly confident coming into this match. But there's been, like you say, a lot of pressure, hasn't there, today for her?
There's been unbelievable pressure, and it looks to me, you know, that Deguchi all the way through has been scared to lose rather than going out, you know, and obviously Klimkat's been coming out here, everything to win, and it's been a difficult one for Canada. Cool, calm and collected, though. She really is an amazing athlete, Krista Deguchi. Teresa Stoll having an absolute stormer.
Oh, she's had a match of her life here at the World Championships. It's the best I've ever seen her. And it's a moment for her if she can get past Deguchi.
It's not just winning, is it? I mean, they're winning against world-class people, but winning well as well.
Well, you've got Deguchi. She's had a gold. She's also had a silver. She'll be wanting this bronze medal. There's no doubt about it.
Full set. Stoll of Germany in white and Deguchi of Canada in blue. This is a clash of styles as well, isn't it? The very strong, upright stance of the Germans.
From behind, she looks like Billa did, doesn't she? Very
she
tall.
does, very much so. Yeah, she does. Great power, and it is power judo coming from both men and the women's squads.
I just love her posture. She's very strong and direct with the grips.
Ouchigari there, Deguchi. Woo. Wow, she really clicked onto that Ouchi there, didn't she? Now, can she tie that arm off? Wouldn't that be something? Because Stoll has been winning on the ground. Look at the face there, the determination not to go over.
Oh, she was really bracing on that, wasn't she? There was everything going into that. So focused, isn't she, Stoll? And so direct.
Yeah, good transition as well. We see the first 2 days were absolutely amazing for the transition, and today has been, but we've seen more tachiwaza, more standing as well.
And a lot of golden scores going on for a long time as well.
Well, some of them have done some mat time, haven't they? Well, I was saying at the beginning of this championships that judo people need mat time, and they need people to train with, and that's been the most difficult thing. There's the Ouchi again there from Deguchi. Look at the defense there from Stoll.
It's like Stoll's climbing on top of her, isn't she? She's overshadowing Deguchi there with that Ouchigari. It was just bearing down on her.
Yeah, it's almost, I think Deguchi will have to really just offset that driving leg just that little bit, because like you said, if she climbs on top of her, she could take her down with the Kosoto.
Exactly.
She could counter her. Oh, Soto. Oh, Soto Gary. That was so close. And now attacking in Newaza, and Deguchi does tend to go on all fours and to defend.
Yes, she has done that quite a few times today.
What an Osotogari that was. Deguchi did well, actually, to avoid any score.
Deguchi's got to try and avoid the overpowering arm over the top. She's got to keep that distance and hit her on the move. She allows her to climb over the top, she's in trouble.
Well, the opposing styles, the difference in the styles, she's finding difficult, isn't she, Deguchi?
Definitely.
That head being controlled all the time.
And she's getting backed up onto the edge of the mat, which is a dangerous situation to be in.
Doesn't quite know what to do here. Deguchi is going to have to just snap herself out of this. Sometimes the most difficult medal to win is this bronze medal match. Especially if she thinks, well, maybe, you know, are they going to send me to the Olympics or not? Is it going to be on that one match?
She's so troubled with that right arm that's high over the back there. It makes Deguchi look very passive there and out of control, where Stoll is looking like she's dominating this match and has done right from the beginning.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I mean, she's just, the difference in styles here is, well, Deguchi doesn't like it. She doesn't like it at all. She needs to stop that big right arm. That's what she needs to stop.
It's got to stop.
Easier said than done, though, isn't it?
Oh,
when
no, I've been in that situation.
Yeah, of course you have. I think they were right there. I think Deguchi just dropped down there just to avoid Stoll coming forwards. Stoll definitely looking the stronger of the two.
With Deguchi, I just feel like there's a little bit of sparkle just gone from her.
Absolutely. I mean, you can see that she really is down and finding it difficult to rise to the occasion. Now, is she going to come round that leg? So goes into golden score, and certainly Stoll right on top of this match. Krista Deguchi of Canada finding it difficult to find that spark that we normally see her with.
She's really got to dig in deep here now.
That's it, it's all over. Stoll takes her over, that arm came over, and Stoll takes her down for a big ippon. Heart wasn't in it, was it?
Definitely wasn't, and that she was really troubled with that right hand over the top. Every time she went over there, that was really killing Deguchi.
So Krista Deguchi doesn't get a medal this time, and Stoll of Germany, she came out, she dominated from the very beginning and always looked as if she was going to come out the winner.
It was a tough one for her. She struggled in that semi-final, and I think she lost the heart. She lost the confidence, but she's been pretty emotionally. I feel that she's been flat. Technically, I think she's been sound, but I think there's been an emotional edge there that we've not seen in previous competition.
She was in a difficult situation. She came out, and there's the Soto Makikomi there. And Stoll, well, brilliant. You know, got to take your hat off to Stoll.
Exactly.
She did exactly what she needed to do.
That was a beautiful finish. You've got to give her credit for that technique. Beautifully done.
So big disappointment for Krista Deguchi. She will bounce back, I'm sure of it, but credit to Stoll. Germany have a bronze medal. That big right arm was the end for Deguchi, and that caused her problems all the way through the contest.
Definitely having that height advantage was really the winning ingredient for her, wasn't it? And that face says it all, really, doesn't it? Can't get any happier than that.
Well, you can't, can you? You know, great celebrations. This is where the celebrations start. Brilliant to see. You've been there, Loretta.
Oh, gosh, yes.
How good was it? You went higher than that, if I remember rightly.
What, in a throw?
So here we go into the final. Tomoki Momo of Japan coming out here against Jessica Klimket of Canada. It's going to be a good fight. Jessica Klimket is going to have to dig deep in here, but she's been on fire all day. This lady here, we're going to have a look to see how Tomoki got to the final. Let's have a little look at her run through. Second round, remember she has a bye as top seed, one of the top seeds, into the second round. And it's about Newaza. Watch this. Right the way over for the Juji Gatami. Just needs to apply pressure now. And that arm comes out there, and Dabone has to submit. The Patiliani in this third round, and it was Tomoki that Osodagari again drives her onto her side for the score. Telma Montero in the quarterfinal, and Montero on a good one. It was all about penalties, and this one here against Deguchi, it was just in the dying set. Well, it was golden score, 5 minutes into golden score, just takes her onto her side, and she is in the final. Jessica Klimket just does a little bit of final stuff. That tape there, holding the fingers together. Miriam Roper, formerly of Germany, but now, well, goes over with a massive Seoinage from Klimket. Odeline Garcia gets Honsokomaki, and so she's through to the quarterfinals. Against Stoll, comes off the opposite side from the Seoinage. Again, it's the Seoinage that takes her through. Jakova of Kosovo, always a danger. We've just seen how much of a danger. Right the way between the legs there with the Seoinage, brilliantly executed. Look at the push-off she gets. And that is how she got through to the final. Good final?
Very impressive, and it's going to be really interesting. They have fought each other 5 times, but the last 2 times they've been together, Klimket has been the winner. So can she continue?
Wow.
Can it be 3-all?
So it's 3-2 on their head-to-heads at the moment,
Yes.
Tomoki, but the last ones were Klimket's. So let's just see how that goes. And, of course, anything can happen. Roberta Chiralia of Italy is your adjudicator for this match. And she'll keep them under control, I can tell you.
Oh, definitely. No doubt about it.
In white judogi, representing Japan,
I just did a little thing to camera. We just walked down that tunnel, so I just got the feeling of what it's like to walk out. You know, it's terrifying. Really long trip right to that central mat, and it's a lonely trip. And they're coming in from opposite sides as well. It's not the same side as normal.
It's definitely an impressive arena, isn't it? They've really set this up so well, but yeah, it's nerve-wracking, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I remember, well, I was talking to some people earlier saying that I had a job. You see some people running out there. I had no chance of doing that.
Oh, gosh, no. You'd reserve
just
your
about
energy.
Barely made it. Final of the under 57 kilos category. Tomoki Momo of Japan in white, Klimkut, Jessica Klimkut in Canada in blue. Oh, straight in. Seoinage, she's going to be looking for the Seoinage all the time. Sodi or the Seoinage. Doesn't matter which way they come off either, does it?
She means business, Klimkut. She comes out with a real fresh mind here. And Tomoki really has to try and settle this down.
A lot of it's to do with pace, isn't it? They come out and it's... Wow, she was close with that, wasn't she? And there's a couple of the Japanese women doing that, just from the Yoko Tomoe and then directly into the Juji Gatame. Of course, you can't go directly. You have to break balance first with the Tomoe.
It's like both athletes are running on nervous energy at this moment. You can feel the tension.
Yeah, well, I'm nervous.
So am I.
That's where she wants Tomoki wants to do it in Newaza, trying to go onto the arm there and just do the reverse into the Yushiro Gatame.
It's the first World Championships for Tomoki. First Worlds. So, what an impressive in the final and the first.
But yeah, that's there. Well, she's got that little sneaky kind of Osoto she does, doesn't she? And then turns it into Seotosh. Klimkut's going to have to be careful with that. Oh, nice change of direction.
Lovely Koichigari there. Not so sure how confident she was going in for that Sangaku.
It was kind of tentative, wasn't it? But
am I in or out?
Do you know what I always find? You know, if it's me initiating, that's fine. I didn't like it if they were initiating. Then there was the groundwork.
I was one of those no sooner down, I was back up on my feet. I wasn't messing about. Anybody out there that's not used to the scoring in judo, non-judoka, 4 different ways of throwing, of winning, by throwing your opponent flat on their back. You get a score as well if you get them on their side. 2 of those will finish it, that'll get an ippon. And then there's holding them down for 20 seconds, arm lock or strangle for a submission. Lots of different ways you can throw your opponent though. Every direction. They're trying to grip up here, and there she goes again. Very aggressive, their approach, isn't it?
Yeah, 1 penalty up there. We've got a penalty system as well. The yellow dot there is a Shido penalty, so not attacking at the right time, stepping outside of the area, small infringements of the rules, but they soon add up. 3 of those, and it's all done. So Tomoki has 2 penalties up there.
So yeah, she's really struggling to get past the aggressive approach of Klimkut. Right from the beginning, she's mean business.
She goes again, under her every single time. She's full of confidence, Klimkut.
I just get exhausted watching her. She's so full on, isn't she? 100 miles an hour.
I think she really wants this so badly. They were in a very difficult position, the Canadians, two world-class, top-class fighters in the same category. World ranked 1 and 2 coming into this tournament.
Well, I think winning a gold medal here for Klimkate would quieten all those doubters out there.
Well, you know, the thing is that when it comes to a world tournament, it'll be the first world tournament that she's won. Into the last minute here, and well, I've got to say that Tomoki doesn't look anywhere near with her techniques. Klimkate definitely the closest to scoring.
It was a tough semi-final, though, wasn't it, against Deguchi as well. So she's had two back-to-back really challenging matches. It's got to take something out of her.
But you see, can't you, that she's got everything to win here, and that was very close. That drop Cianagi almost scored. Not quite onto her side there, Tomoki.
A lovely combination from the Koichigari to the Cianagi, that was.
That's going to be a Shido, I think. No hands whatsoever. Yeah. Attacking for the sake of attacking.
Misjudged that completely, didn't she?
So gets the Shido, and that goes up on the board. Two more would even it all up. One more, sorry, would even it all up. And now Tomoki starts to attack. So another golden score.
Goodness, I need to lie down after watching that for the first 4 minutes. It's ridiculous, the pace that they've managed to keep going for 4 minutes. And now we're coming into... But again, it's just really the mindset now. Who's up for changing slight tactics to make a difference?
Yeah, how do you change in a world final? How do you do it?
It's obviously so difficult, but it's gutsy, and that's really, it's how much do you want it, and knowing your capabilities to be able to change and adapt. And something has to change, otherwise we're going to just keep rolling the minutes over.
Sometimes it might be a change of direction, concentration in groundwork, or it can be a just change in pace. Because we've noticed that quite a few contests just lost the other person just beating them to the attack.
Yeah. Changing of pace for these two, I think, is almost impossible, isn't it?
Oh, slower. You can go slower.
But even that, I don't think it's possible for these two to go any slower.
I think
they only
you're right.
know one pace, and this is how they fought throughout the whole day.
So a little bit of tactics coming into it. They're both of them just trying to do a good attack. It's got to be good attack. Tomoki especially. If she gets one more poor attack, she'll be finished. Klimka, she can come forwards. Just do what she does, because she has that Cianagi that rotates right the way through. She does the Sodi as well off it. She's got the Kochi. I think that she needs to do that. Oh, she's got it. She's got it. Klimka does it. She takes her over. That change of direction then, and Klimkate has become world champion.
Well, full credit. That was a lovely... She showed forward and then switched it lovely to that Koichigari to the back.
Klimkate is the gold medal winner, and that was a great change of direction. You were talking about then just changing your tactic. You know, she'd gone forward, 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 and then all of a sudden she did the Kazushi. She got the pull, she got the reaction, and then she gets the score. Brilliant stuff there from Klimkate. Canada have a gold medal. There's the Surakomigoshi off the sleeve. Did it so many times, sometimes coming off the opposite shoulder. She was close with that one.
Oh, very
as
close.
Well. And here's the score. Change of direction there, and it's just, you just need a little bit of a pull with that sleeve in order to get the opposite reaction. And look at, she goes onto her side.
Definitely, lovely head movement as well. She fooled her completely on that.
It's a dummy, isn't it? They dummy them one way, go the other. Well, they would have liked a 1-2 here in this category. Deguchi, of course, disappointed, didn't go her way, wasn't her day.
Isn't it amazing, though? Canada, last year, well, not last year, 2019, gold medalist, same weight, gold medalist again here.
And different,
and two different athletes. What depth.
Credit to Klimke. She came here, she did what she set out to do. She's become world champion, and that was a great performance. My thoughts are with Deguchi, Krista Deguchi, because I think she'll bounce back. She will bounce back. She's a great athlete.
Very strong-willed, both these athletes, aren't they? They have battled for years, these two, and it's always been on our lips. Which one's going to do it this time? And Klimke, when it really counted, was out there.
Wow, all exciting stuff happening there, and now we're coming up to the under 73 kilos category. You see the guys warming up here for the final, and wow, I mean, he started off, I can tell you now that Tommy Macias, he's had a hard run all the way through. Shavdat Tueshvili here, he was Olympic champion at the weight below, and this is his first ever world final, and his first ever at the new weight category, of course.
Hard to believe that, someone is Olympic champion, and he's really had a dominance on the world tour for so many years, hasn't got a world medal.
Here we go. We're going to go to the bronze medal matches, and we're going to have a little look to see how they got to this bronze medal position here. Turiev is there, world rank 26, up against Kiloglu of Turkey. Should be an absolute belter here. Everybody that you see here, top ranking fighters, of course they are. One or two that are not here. Of course, we've got Ono that's not in this. All right. Oh, we'll leave the world champion at home. We'll bring the world #1, and of course, we're going to see him a little bit later on. Anyway. So Tureyev of Uzbekistan. Let's have a little look, see how he got there. He had to do round 1 against Jinia of Israel. Uchimata, absolutely classical, right the way between the legs, and he had no chance. Stadolski of Poland, the youngster from Poland, just out the juniors. Have a look at this. Sodisura Kumigoshi to Koso to Gak, and that was amazing. What a combination. Against Hamad, South Africa, Hans Sokomaki, and now against Tommy Macias. Tommy Macias, of course, scores a Wazari in the dying seconds. This is what qualified him for the bronze medal match against Kasizoroka. Kasizoroka, it has to be said, was on great form all day. Look at this. It was one of those Uranagi Uchimata techniques. Kasizoroka disappointed. This man here, massive thrower. It's going to be a great, great match. Let's have a look.
Great.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Great.
Let's have a look, see how he got there. Against Munnings from the Bahamas, and it was all about 3 Shidos. Against Pelvan in the second round. Watch this, look, Koso to Gak. Koso to Gak, Tanio Tosh, brilliant. Against Christoph of Bulgaria. Well, that's the one that went to Shidos again. Hyderov, of course. 2 fighters from Azerbaijan. Hyderov comes to the Worlds. And that was a Wazari that decided that match. It was a really close fought match as well. Up against Shavdat Tueshvili, and of course, this is the match that he lost. So he comes down, fights the winner of the repechage final on the opposite side of the draw. Anna-Marie Frederick of Hungary, refereeing the match. It's A lot of lady referees in...
Oh, we're doing really well out there. That's all I can say. You watch out,
You know
guys.
what it is? You just keep us under control. That's what it is.
Just love a bit of control.
Yeah.
Well, this looks like a man that's in full control of his nerves, at least.
Just great, great judo, but you've got two great throwers here. I don't think it's going to go to ground. I think it's going to be settled from a pick-up, counter.
Turiev has beaten his opponent. It's been 3-0. So can he turn it around, Chioglu? That's the thing.
3-0 to Turiev.
Yep.
Here we go.
Oh.
So Kiloglu's got it all to do, and coming in 3-0 down. It wouldn't be good, but it is the World Championships.
It is definitely. Last time they fought was in 2020 in Paris Grand Slam. So,
wow,
good 12 months.
Can he turn it around here, Kiloglu?
Well, he's had a great day. That's all I can say. I've watched him perform throughout the day, and he's been on form. There's no doubt about it.
Turiev in white, then Kiloglu in blue. Watch the gripping strategies because they're a little bit different. They've got different grips into certain techniques. Straight away in for the Sumigaeshi there, Kiloglu.
Good opening. Start as you mean to go on, I say.
I got to say, it's been like that all the way through this under 73 kilos category. There have been scores everywhere. Like I say, they're two big throwers here, so I think that Turiev just tends to wait just that little bit till the opportunity arises, and then he'll be in.
Yeah, he takes his time. He doesn't start mixing into the aggressive approach. He just buys. He waits for his opponent to burn out, I think.
Well, it's just waiting for the right opportunity, isn't it? And but sometimes you can fall behind. That's two good attacks from Kiloglu, so he needs to be a little bit aware that there is a possibility of being penalised.
Yeah. And it just changes the dynamics of the match completely when you start picking up these judos.
Yeah, and it's not what we want to see either, is it? We don't want to see the penalties going up there. I mean, yeah, you need penalties because they spur people on. He's going to get the Shido now, Turiev. So he hasn't done anything. Like I said, Kiloglu is the only one that's attacked. Now he's setting it up. He'll get on his bike a little bit now. He's got the sleeves, got to go in now.
Kiloglu's not happy with that at all, but...
Well, he tried the reverse, didn't he? The reverse Seoinage there as he was going through. How strong did Kiloglu look? Oh, my God.
He sort of looks behind as if he's not there. Oh, he's built like a bear, isn't he?
Oh,
he's so strong.
Physically, strong. That's a bit disconcerting, isn't it, when you come in there and I've done it a few times myself, hit a brick wall and you think, oh my God.
And they're looking at you as if to say, is that all you can give?
Yeah, is that the best you got? Oh, Uchigari, Kiloglu. He's the one putting in the work here. He's got the big right arm over the top.
Yeah. A little bit more leverage on that high collar grip. He could have brought him down just that little bit lower.
Well, I think he's got hold of him this time. It's a little bit different. I think he believes that he could win this. Turiev, not very happy at the moment. Something just not quite right. And it can be the balance of the contest, how it feels out there. I think he had a little bit of a clash as well. So off he goes. Gets the blood seen to. Wiped off.
He's got to be quietly confident, hasn't he?
Certainly
he's
now.
Really taken the match to him, hasn't he? He's dominated the pace of what he's feeling comfortable to work from.
Certainly, I think so. At this moment now, I started to get a little bit harder in there. He's had a couple of attacks from his opponent, and he's just blocked them.
He's so focused, isn't he? There's in such deep thought as well there, as you can see. Nothing looks like it's phasing him. He's like, let's bring this on. Not even breathing really heavily.
You've been in that situation out there?
Oh, and it's awful.
What do you think?
Yeah, your stomach's churning. You're just thinking. But it does, in a way, in a very positive way, it does give you an opportunity to sort of say to yourself, am I doing this right? Is this all going right for me? Do I have to change it? And you can talk to yourself in a way, but sometimes when you look at athletes and they've got this particular time, they spend more time looking at the coach and trying to get feedback from them, but really the person you've got to think about is the one that's trying to rip your head off. That's the don't lose focus of what you're there for and what you're capable of doing. And he seems, watching his body language, he's upright.
Not looking at the coach, is he? He's looking straight ahead.
He knows what he's got to do. He just has to get on with the job. The hard thing is that you start to cool down very quickly, don't you? You're already up and raring to go, the heart's thumping, the blood circling through the bones, and then it stops, and you've still got to keep warm, you've still got to keep agile, you've got to keep your mind alert, haven't you? Yeah, difficult.
This is a long time, isn't it?
It is very, very long.
It is a long time to be stuck out there in no man's land. Here he is, comes out, and it was on the head. Always on the head. They'll come out with a bandage around it just to quell the blood. And it can only be a small cut, but it's so tight on the head. Here he goes again, and he's definitely dominating at the moment. Sumigaeshi again. That big dominant right hand again starts it off.
He's playing a chasing game now, the Uzbek, isn't he?
Being beaten to the attack every single time. 2 Shidos on the board now to Turiev, and Turiev looks out of sorts.
Joglu again, that big high.
Well, I'd like to see that landing. The referee was right there, so obviously saw it, but obviously didn't land properly. Let's just have a look at the Kouchi here. Arm out, so elbow out, definitely no score. You can't see it sometimes, it's a bit of a funny angle.
Yeah.
We've seen him do that a couple of times. There's no technique.
No.
If you can't put a name to it, you can't score it, can you?
Exactly, and he did that in the opening seconds, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
Just shows you how strong he is, though, because he literally bench pressed him there, didn't he?
Kiloglu all over this match here, and Turiev, though, always dangerous. He's that close to getting the 3rd Shido here, and that's it, it's going to be all over. Wazari then, Sumigaeshi always threatened it, and Turiev has looked out of sorts the whole contest.
Gioglu's been brilliant right from the start, hasn't he? He's kept that pressure on. I was starting to get a little bit nervous because I thought he's doing so much that he could get countered here.
Gioglu has never looked like losing this, not one time. Great match to win. How difficult is that? 3-0 down, and he comes in and pulls the most important one out.
At the World Championships, yeah. Amazing. No, he took onus of this contest right from the beginning, and he wasn't going to ever let up. I was just nervous that the amount of effort he was putting in, and so much that it looked like a bit of a waiting game that it was going to try and pick him off. But full credit.
Brilliant. I have to say that Turiev just looked out of sorts. He didn't look as if he got into that match.
No.
What great sportsmanship as well to see. that is really nice to see. Nearly kill each other for 4 minutes. And then you end up hugging each other. It's great, isn't it?
Only in the sport of judo.
Only there, yeah, only. Is that different for women? Is that different for the ladies' team?
We take it very personal.
Yes, I know. That's why I'm asking, because I'm married to a lady judoka who told me exactly the same. Exactly. I just wanted you to say it. We take it very personally.
We do.
The men can have a drink afterwards.
Exactly, but the women will take it to the grave.
There's the Sumigaeshi that finished it, and he threatened it so many times, but takes the head down. Talk about action-reaction. Look at that grip. It's not your traditional grip. It's not in the Kokyo. Not that way of doing it anyway.
Yeah, beautiful change of direction, like you said. It's just amazing there.
Tried it about 3 or 4 times. In the end, he catches it, takes him onto his side there, gets the wazari.
And like you say, a very unorthodox type of gripping style there, wasn't it? It was more to the side rather than over the top.
Yes, it's not the Kata way.
No.
But effective.
Well, definitely it was effective, and the amount of power that must have been generated through that pulling action for the grip he actually had. You would have said you'd had more leverage if he was over the back towards the belt, but he was onto the side under the armpit. So the power and the rotation that's required to get your opponent over to score is difficult.
So great mates afterwards, but I'm sure they'll kill each other at some time in the future. Ciloglu of Turkey then. Out of all the contests that he's had with that man, that'll be the most important.
Oh, definitely, for sure.
We're going to take a little look, see how the finalists are preparing. So just getting their judogis measured, trying to get their psyche right, make sure the back patches are on correctly. Nerve-wracking stuff. That's one of the most terrifying times, isn't it? Because you're waiting there, you've got one contest to go, you're nearly on.
And you're hoping their gi fits.
Yes, exactly. Of course, the thing is as well, if the gi doesn't fit, then the coach doesn't come out to be by the side of them. So that's something to think about, of course. Let's go to the second bronze medal match and have a little look to see how they got to this position. And of course, we've got Hidayat Haydarov of Azerbaijan up against Hashimoto Sochi of Japan. This should be a good match as well. It really got some great judoka here, some great matches. They could all be finals, they really could.
Oh, definitely.
Look at that head-to-head there. 5-0 to Hashimoto here. But this man here will be wanting to make it a little bit different. Haydarov knows he's not going to the games. This is how he got there. Round 1 against Secure of Mozambique. Honsokamaki, 3 Shidos. And round 2 against Žimek of Czech Republic. And that Koshiguruma there just takes him right the way over, and Osai Komi for the Ippon. Round 3, Esposito of Italy. Haydarov, Shido down. Seyanagi in the end takes him through. Ciloglu, he loses to Ciloglu by a wazari, has to come back against, of course, Miklos Ungvari, who's just had the most amazing World Championships, but didn't quite have it here. Got taken in the golden score about a minute in, and he was 2 Shidos down, gets held for Ippon. Hashimoto. He's been world gold medalist, world silver medalist. Worked his way back up to world #1. And now, of course, he's fighting to get for the bronze medal. Here against Kanmir, look at that Sodi Surukamigoshi there on the left. But he has both. Watch this one. It's one of the few that can do both the wrestling stuff and the judo. I mean, he does both. He really does it very, very well. Here against Stump, changes the direction completely. Seotoshi on the right, and Stump had no answer. Casis Roca of Spain, and it went to 3 Shidos, Honsokamaki. And of course, he lost to Tommy Macias in that semi-final. What a match that was. So he's down there fighting for 3rd place. Can he have a full set of these medals, these world medals? Hyderov in white, Hashimoto, Soshi in blue. That's what it is, isn't it? He wanted a set.
He just wants a set
he
to
wants
put
a
on
whole
his
lot.
mantelpiece, that's all. Hyderov, he's really an emotional guy, isn't he? It's heart and soul, and he digs in so deep.
Yeah, he was a junior world champion and never quite, not quite emulated that yet in the seniors. But this man here, so full of confidence. And I said, you know, he lost his semi-final match, but even though he's quite confident, well, confidence the word, isn't it? He still takes defeat well.
Yeah, he actually comes over a little bit cocky, doesn't he? And
Well,
sort of
yes,
arrogant.
that's what I'm saying.
It's an arrogance of
confident.
it.
Yes, confident. Yeah,
It's like Marmite. You either love them or you hate them, don't you?
That's a good. I like that. Good comparison. I'm not sure everybody out there knows what Marmite is, but that's great, though. I love that. Hyderov in white, Hashimoto in blue. He kind of looks at the sleeve as if to say, "How dare you take my sleeve?" The grips, for people out there that don't know what the grips are all about, I mean, if you get 2 hands on, that's when you normally attack. The one that dominates the grips is the one that pops in the attack, and that's why they break them off, because they can feel the danger. We think that looks dangerous, but it feels dangerous to these guys. Oh, has he got it?
Oh,
he might have
I
that.
think
Hyderov has a possible. Oh, my goodness me. He had his jacket right around the neck of Hashimoto there, and he almost strangled him.
Well, Hyderov is most probably saying, "Oh gosh, I've just made him angry."
I think he was, yeah.
Gosh, that was it. That was his opportunity, I think, there.
Well, I'm not sure it was right the way underneath the neck there. I think it was more across the face. A bit reluctant there, Hashimoto, to shake his hand. It's almost like saying, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to rip your head off."
Exactly.
Hashimoto likes to put the pressure on the edge, puts the pressure on the edge, gets the action-reaction. That's going to be a penalty straight away for Hyderov. Got caught on the edge. 2 feet went out. Did backfire on Hashimoto earlier. He got a Shido for pushing.
Yeah.
So it can do, can't it? It can backfire.
Well, Hyderov, he started off really well with the grips. He took a little bit of control there to the sort of disgust, I think, of Hashimoto. He sort of looked at him as if to say, "How dare you?" But I think he's got his back up. Hashimoto is now starting to sort of flex a bit of muscle here.
Well, that might just be a second penalty there for Hyderov. Just drops on the edge and no hands whatsoever. So second one up to Hyderov. That was thrown away, isn't it? They throw them away like that, don't they?
That was a very silly move, isn't it, for someone with so much experience. It's hard enough competing against Hashimoto without doing silly things like that.
2 Shidos on the board, 1 more, so if he makes one small mistake... Oh, they've taken it off.
Yeah, they've taken it off.
Well, the decision there, so the referee gave the penalty. Kind of agreed, but anyway, the referee supervisor said, no, we don't think it is. So they overruled it. Shido. That's 2 Shidos apiece. They're not attacking. Both of them are just posturing. So now, tell me what happens if neither one of them attacks.
A double Hansokimaki. And we've seen that before,
well, we
haven't
have seen it before. I haven't seen it since. But
we've seen it here.
Oh, it was here, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Indeed it was, yeah.
And so it was 2 Japanese, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're saying that if neither of them attack, what do? You can't give one Shido for not attacking more than the other.
That's a strong grip there from Hyderov.
Yeah, Hyderov now, a couple of attacks up. So Hashimoto got to get on his bike here, or otherwise he's going to lose the bronze medal.
He's getting slightly frustrated, isn't he, really? He's not able to play his game.
Well, this is it. And if they can't get the grip that they want for the big technique, they do get frustrated. But Hyderov playing a good tactical match here, doing everything right. Sodisura Kamigochi. Hashimoto now starting to work. Just rescued himself there.
Yeah, that was definitely what he needed, wasn't it, to come back on that. Off the belt.
Yeah, just needs 1 more of those.
Gosh, yeah. This really could go either way, couldn't it?
Yeah, no, it absolutely. I mean, he looks a little bit rattled, does Hashimoto. It's not going according to plan.
It's like he's sulking out there. He's not getting to do what he wants to do.
Hyderov all over him here, made him go to his knees again. Is he going to get it? This will be last chance hotel, I'm sure. And he's been given a last chance with it, so he cannot drop again. It's going to go into golden score. But all of the things that we've just seen are going to be carried over into golden score, or into golden score.
Hashimoto really has to come out fighting. He was got to redeem himself a little bit here, because Hyderov has been all over him.
To that, didn't he? Absolutely ran onto it. Like you said, he was all over him. Came over with the big right arm there, and Hashimoto just turns on it and takes Hyderov to the ground.
Looks like Hyderov has picked up a slight injury there, which is an absolute shame, really. But it just like he froze, didn't he?
Yeah, no, he did. It was like, I made a mistake, and he just turned the wrong way, and it looked pretty determined to get up to the middle there by himself. How nice is that?
He was going to lift him off, wasn't he?
Well, we see that often, don't we? You know, but it was a really hard match, and Hyderov was really taking the match to Hashimoto. Hashimoto wins the bronze medal, but he'll be relieved after that, because... but you know what? Such is the brilliance of the man. Hyderov was going forwards all the time. You can't...
He fought out of his skin, didn't he?
Yeah. There's the arm over the top here, and he wants him to drop, but of course he didn't. And so he does the Soto Makikomi technique, and just takes him to ground.
That was nice. And you see the arm that was up high, he actually got hold of that sleeve to make sure he kept it.
Yeah, he just trapped the leg there,
Extra
didn't he, as he
leverage.
came in there, and you can see that's where he picked up the injury. Just trapped the leg. It was just the wrong angle, actually. Big arm over. He wanted him to drop for sure. Comes in for the Osoto. As soon as he comes in for the Osoto there, the leg traps. And, well, that's not in the Gokyo, and I'm sure it's the first time he's ever done that one, Hashimoto. But what a time to do it.
Oh, gosh,
Look at him catch
look
the
at
sleeve, though.
that. Yeah.
Now, that's interesting, because he caught the sleeve. That didn't happen by accident, did he? He had every intention.
Thrown him right over the top, didn't he? Oh, goodness me.
What an ippon to finish on there for Hashimoto.
I'm delighted it finished on a ippon like that, because it was going all horribly wrong when they were accumulating the shidos, and you want to see a nice finish, especially when they're capable of finishing like that.
Exactly. Brilliant. The whole day's been absolutely brilliant. Here we go then. We're going to get ready for the final match. And we've got Tommy Macias. He started off at the beginning of the day, and well, he was going time and then into golden score. He was struggling, but as he got on through the day, he was getting better and better and better. Lasha Shevdatuishvili, 2016, he was Olympic champion in the under 66 kilos category. Here he is contesting for the world title at under 73 kilos. Should be an absolute fantastic match. Let's have a little look and see how Tommy Macias got there and have a look at his run through. Round number 1 against Osmanov of Azerbaijan. Ochigari, and just drives him all the way onto his back there. In golden score, but that was enough. Viktor Svortov in round 2. So experienced, Svortov. Kept him out for a long time, but gets countered backwards with Taniotosh, and then into the hold down there. Svortov had no chance. Adrian Sulca of Romania. Arms underneath, Kosoto Gak, and takes him onto both elbows for the score. Turiev in the quarterfinals. And it was that little tricky Kosoto there. He starts it with an Ashiwaza and then does the Kosoto there, but that was enough to take him through. In the semi-final, what a semi-final that was against Hashimoto Sushi. Sumigaeshi in golden score, coming up to the 3-minute mark, and they both looked out of it, but what a time to do it.
And now, the road to the final for Lasha Shevdatuishvili, Georgia.
Nagy képernyőn nézhetjük Grúzia versenyzőinek, Lasha Shevdatuishvilinek mai napi mérkőzését.
Shevdatuishvili then against Wong. Honsokamaki in the end, 3 Shidos. Second round against Barbosa of Brazil. Ochigari, and gets the ippon. Rolling Ochigari. Against Elbaz of Israel in the 3rd round. Looking for the way through for the Newaza, and gets the Shimiwaza, gets the submission. Upset everybody in the stadium against the favourite, of course, and Miklos had to fight for 3rd. And there's the Ouchi again against Chiloglu of Turkey, and that put him through to the final. So 2 great runs through, and we're going to see a great final unfold here in the Laszlo Papp Stadium.
When you look at both of their performances, they have had superb days, both of them. Big throws.
Do you know what I'm looking at? I'm looking at the world rankings there, 9 and 12. And, well, they're going to go up, but it could make a difference in the seedings at the Olympic Games. Head-to-heads, 4-1. Shavdat-Tuishvili. Raul Camacho will be officiating in this world final, under 73 kilograms.
Both these athletes looking for the ultimate, their first world medal. Not only the first title, but the first world medal. It's amazing, isn't it? They've been around for so long, and the results they have picked up on these world tours, and Olympic gold medals as well, and they haven't got a world medal.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think most athletes have a tournament that doesn't quite go their way, or something that doesn't quite ring right. I certainly had mine.
Shavdat-Tuishvili was 5th in the World Championships in Budapest in 2017. That's the closest he's got.
Yeah, and a big surprise when he won Olympic gold, of course. It wasn't expected for the Georgians. Tommy Macias, he's been there around about every tournament, Grand Prix, Grand Slams. Here he is fighting for the world title. Macias in white, Shavdat-Tuishvili of Georgia in blue. Do you know, I don't know which way this is going to go. They're both of them quite unorthodox. Shavdat-Tuishvili starting, now really going for it, looking for the shimiwaza here.
Well, Shavdat-Tuishvili is actually looking sharper in this final than what he has been all day. He's been very slow in the uptake right at the beginning, but when it came to the golden score, bang, he was knocking people over within seconds. The Ouchigari has been working extremely well for him.
Yeah, it's been the same as well for Macias, and he just got better and better and better, and looking fresher in this final than I've seen him. Tactically very aware as well, Tommy Macias. Knows how to play the game, and I think that that's an important part. We often talk about the technique. We don't talk about the game of judo, which is all about playing the rules, playing the referee, playing everything that enables you to win the match.
When you think both these athletes have never had a world medal, so coming into this competition, especially a final, they're guaranteed is just really which colour. So they can be a little bit more relaxed that they've made it to getting on the podium, but now it's about fine-tuning it.
I think it's also what we were talking about before we came on air about not being afraid to lose or being, you know, out there to win it. And I think they're both out there to win it. So we should see a fairly open match. I think it will be strong on the grips. And he's got a plan, hasn't he, Macias? Stop that big right arm there to coming over. Shavdat-Tuishvili, the big right arm is so typical of the Georgians. They like to send it over, control the back, and there it is again.
Yeah. If they can't get it over the back, they go across, don't they, and wrap it.
Yeah, they cross-grip it, and of course it stems from the form of wrestling that a lot of these fighters come from. A lot of these wrestling stables up in the mountains of Tbilisi, and they go into these mountain resorts and they steal the wrestlers and put them into the judo program. It's the truth. A lot of the Olympic champions have come from the wrestling stables. I'll have you. You look as if you could win an Olympic gold medal. That's where Iliadis and his brother came from, his cousin, sorry, both Olympic champions.
It's unbelievable, isn't it, how they can produce I think it's that lack of fear of engagement, isn't it? They can get really close, where a lot of athletes, they don't like their personal space being invaded. So they like that movement to be open up and to be able to create opportunities, where if you've got a wrestling style, the only time you feel that you've got that opportunity is when you've got them in really tight.
Absolutely.
And that's your whole body effort.
And isn't that the worst feeling when they do pull in tight? Get away. Go away, please. So Tommy Macias is going to have to start himself here, because this is all about Shavdat taking the initiative. He's the one going full out here. Tommy Macias doesn't quite know how to cope with him. He's beating him with the grips, or he's doing as well with the kumakata and with the gripping, but he's got to attack.
I think his strategy in here is to try and control and sleeve grip. It's tactics. Unlike the Georgian, it's about let's get in and win him, beat him, throw him.
Yeah, you can see he's really hungry, and 2 penalties up there to Tommy Macias.
There's so much focus on getting that sleeve that he's actually forgetting he's got to really put a couple of tacks in here.
Yeah, he's looking at the sleeve grip there of Shavdat, and he needs to concentrate on the right arm coming over.
Yeah.
And attacking. But don't write him off, not for 1 second. Tommy Macias can pull it out, and he can score big.
This is where he's dangerous, when those hips start to turn.
Well, this is what he should be doing all the time now. That's certainly where he's best. And that was so close. The elbow was out. Yeah. I think the elbow was out there. It had no landing. It was at the blind side of the referee. Might ask to have a look at that again. So this is where Tommy Macias is so dangerous, but that was definitely on its front.
A great attack, but like you said, this is where you can't write him off. He is so dangerous. But have you noticed about Tommy? He's stopped concentrating on getting the grip. He's now starting to fight. It's taken him 3.5 minutes to do it, but he's now out to win.
Now he is, and he realizes that he's got to do it. And I think those 2 Shidos on the board there, he realizes that he cannot now rest on his laurels. Now he's got to go for it, and here he goes. What an opportunity for a world title. Great drop Sianagi there from Shavdat.
Took a flying lesson there. Good aerial awareness, though. Cat-like, landing back up onto his knees.
Yes, good Pirani. What a great match. This is a good match.
It's starting to become really interesting now, because both athletes are now starting to open up, where before one was being sort of tactical, the other one was trying to be open.
Well, I think we're going to see a score any second now. Watch for the change of direction from Tommy Macias. There he is again. Now it's going to go. A little bit of panic there, Shavdat. Ooh, well, he's saying he pushed him. I think he did as well. I mean, the sole intention was for the 3rd Shido.
Definitely. Definitely, that's the... And part of you don't blame him, because Tommy's put himself in a situation of being 2 Shidos down, so you've got to expect that that's going to happen sooner or later.
Yeah, absolutely, he's pushed him. For me, that is a blatant push to get the 3rd Shido. So I think that Shavdat should get the Shido.
Oh, no. No.
Well, it went the other way, and Shavdat wins the world title.
I would have loved to have seen that go on just a little bit more. I would have loved to see. I think for Tommy, he just left it a little bit too late to start coming back into this contest.
Yes, it was starting to open up just a little bit, wasn't it? And it was an interesting match then. Gold medal winner then, Shavdat Tuishvili of Georgia. Best he's ever done now, definitely in World Championships. What a medal to win.
A world champion.
2 different weights. The Georgians, what a team, the Georgians. I mean, we see this often, don't we, with them? They all support each other. They're absolutely behind each other 100% of the way.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
no, it is. And
that.
Such wonderful people. I mean, I had such a great time when I'm with the Georgian people. I mean, they're just so friendly.
They work hard and they play even harder.
Well, that's true. You don't get on the other end of a vodka bottle with them, that's for sure. That was the near score from Tommy Macias there. That was so close.
This is when he started to open up, and this is where it would have been nice if he'd just started that a little bit earlier, because we might have seen a different ending to this. But you can't take it away from him. It was a wonderful finish. I think he looks happy with that.
I think so.
Well, there'll be definitely some celebrations happening tonight. There's no doubt about it.
No, definitely. Lasha Shavdat Tuishvili will be on the town. Or will he? He'll be in isolation.
Well, he hopes he's not on the town, otherwise he's in trouble.
Medal ceremony just about to happen in the ladies under 57 kilos category. Two medal ceremonies just about to happen, so don't go away, stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the medal ceremony for women under 57 kilos.
Medal ceremony just happening just below us from the commentary position, and we get a really good view of it. Best feeling in the world marching out there. Mr. Raphael Schuli, president of the QESI, just about to present the medals. Bronze medals then go to Stoll of Germany. Jakova of Kosovo gets the other bronze. And, well, silver medal goes to Tomoki Momo of Japan. Great moment for Jessica Klimkate of Canada. She stands on top of the rostrum. That medal is what she came for, and she kept her cool all day, and what a performance she had. Brilliant stuff. Canada get a gold medal. 2 gold medals in the same category, 2 different ladies, 2 different athletes. Wow, what depth they have there. My heart goes out to Krista Deguchi, though. What an athlete she is. Just wasn't her day today.
Yes, will be presented by the event organizing director of the Hungarian Judo Association, Mr. Simon Kata. Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national...
So now the national anthem of Canada.
Thank you very much. Now, family tribute game. Best judo on this category, women under 57 kilo.
Köszönjük szépen! Most pedig csoportkép következik.
Family picture, and this is where they get to all be friends, standing on that rostrum. Time to reflect on the day. They're the medalists: Stoll of Germany, Jakova of Kosovo, bronze medalist. Tomoki gets the silver, and Jessica Klimket of Canada wins gold. One more medal ceremony to come. Men's under 73 kilos category. Stay with us.
Before we start the last awarding ceremony, once again you can see the highlights of today's final block on the screen.
Hölgyeim és uraim, ameddig az utolsó éremálkodást várjuk, tekintsék meg a kivetítőn. A mai nap legszebb pillanatait.
So the medal ceremony of the men's under 73 kilos.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the medal ceremony for men under 73 kilo.
Hölgyeim és uraim, hídreváltás következik férfi 73 kg-ban.
The medals will be presented by the president of the Olympic Committee of Hungary, Dr. Kata Christian. Bronze medalists are representing Japan, Hashimoto Soichi.
So this time it has to be bronze for Hashimoto Soichi, but he's got a full set now. He's got the whole lot. Disappointed, but he never shows it fully, does he? He never shows it.
He's always professional, isn't he? Motionless, but I'm sure it'll be eaten away in him.
Yeah, no, exactly. Kiloglu of Turkey gets the other bronze. Sumigaeshi is what did it. And what respect for that man there, the silver medalist there, Tommy Macias.
A great achievement, definitely.
He took it well, didn't he? But the champion, the world champion then, Lasha Shavdatuishvili of Georgia. He was Olympic champion in London at 66 kilos. And I've got to say that when he came up to the 73s, he did struggle. He got a bronze medal in the World Championships, I think, but he actually struggled to win tournaments. But here he is now with the main one.
Everyone was writing him off, really. It was just a one-day wonder, wasn't it? But he's shown us over these years how he's dominated.
It's all about consistency, isn't it, our game?
That is a true champion, isn't it, really?
Well, you come out, you do
consistent.
it once, and then it's whether you can do it again or whether you're there around about. You don't always have a good day. It's not always the best day that you have, and sometimes you've got to get on your bike, you've got to work hard for it, you've got to graft. Sometimes it comes a little bit easier. This man grafted today.
Oh, definitely, there's no doubt about that.
So now the national anthem of Georgia.
Hölgyeim és uraim, kérem álljanak fel Grúzia himnuszához.
So everybody now ready to celebrate. It's not though they can go out for a few beers now, is it? Unfortunately.
Go back and quarantine in the hotel.
Back in quarantine, back to the hotel.
Just get tucked into the minibar, that's about it.
That's it.
Your applause to our judoka, please. Men under 70.
So there we have it. Hashimoto Kiloglu, bronze medals. Tommy Macias of Sweden gets the silver, and Shavdatuishvili does the double. World and Olympic champion now, different weights. He is now the current world champion at under 73 kilograms.
And just the Olympic Games on the doorstep now, isn't it?
Well, you know, they've got 3 weeks and then it's off again. Wow. But I would have liked to have had 2 cracks of it, I know that. It would have been really, really good for me, but I would have. Some people prefer just to go for the Olympics, but I guess every chance is a good chance. But we're going to have a little look at the medals just to see how they work out after day 3 of this championships. So Japan top of the heap again, 3 golds, 2 silvers, 1 bronze, 6 in total. RJF 1 gold, 1 bronze, and 1 gold for Canada and Georgia. Spain down there in 5th place with silver and 2 bronze medals. 3 medals already, can you believe that? And then we've got, of course, Kazakhstan and Italy and Sweden, silver apiece. 2 bronze medals for Mongolia, and then bronze medals in there for Azerbaijan, Kosovo, Germany and Israel. Wow. Turkey are down there as well, there with Switzerland with a bronze medal apiece as well. So it's all going to change though, because we've still got 5 days still to go, and of course we've got the team competition at the end as well. It's been great. We've got 2 more weight categories about to happen tomorrow. The under 81 kilos category for men, under 63 kilos category for ladies. I've just had an absolute ball here with Loretta Cusack Doyle. It's been great, isn't it?
As always, it's a pleasure working with you, Neil.
Yeah, no, it's been amazing. Thank you for listening, and we'll be back at the same time tomorrow. From us, goodbye for now.
Goodbye.
Right, well, a very warm welcome back to the Pap Laszlo Arena here in Budapest on day 3 of the World Championships. We've just had all the medal matches, and I'm lucky enough to be standing alongside, I am standing actually, next to Dennis van der Geest, former world champion himself. Good afternoon, Dennis. Your thoughts on the final block overall?
Well, we've seen amazing judo, in my opinion. Well, let's start with the 57 kilograms, of course.
We're going to be there for a while.
Yeah, because the pressure was unbelievable for the both Canadian, the Gucci and the Klimkite, and she winning the gold medal. We have to be honest, you know, if we look at the way the Canadian Federation said, like, okay, the one who will be the highest today, she will go to the Olympics. It's debatable. In all those years before, I think the Gucci here as reigning world champion, and she had a 6-0 track record to Klimkite. I think they had to make this decision before. Afterwards, now that we know Klimkite is champion, you will change your mind maybe, but we did not know this before. When this morning started, I thought it was a stupid decision to let it go in this way, and you could see that the Gucci had more trouble with it than Klimkite. Klimkite had nothing to lose today. On the other hand, if your biggest opponent in your country is the reigning world champion and you still don't quit, or you're settling for less, no, still in your mind you say, okay, she's the reigning world champion, but I will still fight till death to show that I'm the best one. What Klimkite did today, much respect for that.
Astonishing, really, when you think about it. The task was to take the world title, and that's what she did.
Yes, and in style. And if you look at the 2 bronze medals, who was Stoll was a bronze medal, Giagova was won the bronze medal. They were both also on her side. She beat them. So everybody on the medal table, you know, on the who won the medals,
seeded.
She beat it today. So she was absolutely in top form. Sometimes people say like, yeah, well, she has one good throw, and that's the Seoinage on one side. If you throw everybody with it, Maruyama does the same, and we think he's brilliant.
With his Uchimata.
With his Uchimata. This is exactly the same. Klimkite has one really strong seonage, and sometimes she does it 10 times in a fight, and you see the other one like, well, I'm holding it, it's no problem, and number 11 then, whoa, I fall for Wazari. And that happened every day. And so it's not about Jessica Klimkite, because much respect for her as world champion. It's about the federation that makes the decisions, but it's also a real crazy situation with a world championship and an Olympic Games so close to each other.
Interesting thoughts on that. The gold medal going to Jessica Klimke, as Dennis has just said. Tomoki Momo, by the way, was the silver medalist. We better give her a mention. It was her first outing at a senior world championships, and she ends up with a silver medal. The two bronze medal matches, Marica Perisic of Serbia came up against Nora Žakova of Kosovo. We've mentioned Nora before, and it was Nora Žakova who came out on top.
Yes, and I think this morning I tipped her as one of the favorites, not to win the gold medal or a final, but at least the final block. And she did. Very consistent, a lot of growth still for her. You know, you see if you see her judo, the Kosovan team is of course really strong, but I can still see so much points that she can improve, and so we definitely Kjakova will be a fighter that we will see many times in the coming years.
Okay, and then the other bronze medal match featured Theresa Stoll of Germany and Krista Deguchi of Canada.
Well, Stoll had a great day today. Really strong kumikata, good throws. If you're Deguchi and you're losing like a reigning world champion, you lose your semi-final. You see your opponent winning the semi-final. She's in the final, and well, try to find the motivation to fight as hard for your bronze medal contest. It's almost undoable. You know, sometimes if I look at Krista Deguchi, the last times I saw her fight, sometimes she really looks like a machine, but she isn't. The pressure on her today was immense, and I can understand that if the moment she lost the semi-final, that it was impossible for her to get the same motivation for this bronze medal contest. But credits to Stoll, had a great day today.
Caught her with that Maki Komi, or that big arm over the back.
Yeah, well, we've seen it before, and every time for Deguchi, I think Stoll is also a difficult opponent because of the strong right-handed grip from Stoll. Deguchi is a bit smaller, and she also likes to have the right grip. But then you have to be really devoted to fight for the right arm of Stoll every time, and if you're not 100% determined, what we can all understand that Deguchi maybe wasn't that for the bronze medal, then it's really difficult to stop Theresa Stoll.
Got herself into a bad position at the end there, didn't she?
Yeah. Well, she just gave up, in my opinion. That's Well, I think judokas who know here at this moment, you know, she just felt every time she had to fight so hard for the right arm for Stoll, and she just Normally she would turn out already before. Now she was too late. But what a day this girl had. You know, all the pressure was on her and not on Jessica Klimkite. Jessica Klimkite did an absolutely top job. Is the reigning world champion at the moment. But for Deguchi going to the Worlds as a reigning champion and knowing that what she had to do. Yeah, it's so much stress, but well, it is what it is.
Right, that's a wrap on the under 57 kilo category. We had the men in the under 73 kilo category, and we'll go straight to the final that featured Lashat Aldatuashvili of Georgia. He was up against Tommy Macias of Sweden.
Well, Tommy Macias what can I say? I saw him become the European champion, I think 2 years ago. And for me, it was a bit out of nothing. And at that moment, I think also a lot of people thought like, well, this is a one-hit wonder. It's amazing that this guy wins the European championships, but that can happen. But afterwards, you still see the way he competes. Sweden, you know, they have a small team, a few good fighters. Of course, also in the higher categories, also with the women a few, but it's a really small team. And I think they're doing an excellent job. And if you saw Macias, for example, in his fight against Hashimoto, if I come home and I tell the judo kids in my club, like, if you really go for it, yeah, then everything is possible. But you don't have to tell the story. Just let them watch the fight against Hashimoto, because Hashimoto had a lot of chances to win this semi-final. Macias never gave up, and in the end, he was the one in the final against Shavdatuashvili.
And in that, in losing to Tommy Macias, that put him down into the bronze medal contest. He had to face Hidayat Hidarov of Azerbaijan.
Well, one of my favorite fighters. It's always fun to watch, and I am happy that this quest to reach the Olympics in the 81 kilogram category is now over for Hidarov, because this weren't best.
Wasn't working out.
No, it wasn't working out. He tried, but you could actually see that he just he did not have enough power, not enough weight, and but understandable that he tried because of his fellow rival, of course, in the
Rustem Orozhov.
Orozhov is, of course, a different class. And Hidarov tried everything in the 81, but now you see him back in the 73. That's where he belongs, and he showed some really good judo. Came against Hashimoto. We had a small talk before we together, like, can Hashimoto bring it to the tatami with, you know, he's the world champion, he was the world champion, but can he get like the energy? But Hashimoto, in my opinion, every fight he makes, you know, you can think something about it, like, do you think he's arrogant, or like, for me it's the character, you know, it's nice.
There's something about him.
Yes, and you know, you talk about him, the way he fights, and every fight he makes, he's always like, his judo-gi is completely good, he's always standing straight, and then with the soda, and it looks amazing. And also for this man, if you're Hashimoto and you're good enough to win a world championship, but there's just one guy in your own country with the name Ono, and you keep on continuing doing judo at the highest level, respect for that. And in the golden score, just a few seconds in the golden score, he threw Hidarov. Nice to see Hidarov back on track again in the 73, but Hashimoto was the best and deserved bronze medal.
The second of the bronze medal contest featured Hikmatilok Turayev of Uzbekistan. He was up against Bilal Çalhanoğlu of Turkey.
Yes, and well, Turayev, let's say Iliades, he has that magic touch there, because you see the Uzbekistan team getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and now again somebody in the final block. Çalhanoğlu, I'm happy to see a strong Turkish fighter. They have some heritage in the 73 and the 81 categories. When I see him fighting, it looks a bit Georgian. I don't know where his heritage is, but sometimes they're close, and all day. If you see Çalhanoğlu fight, if you come close to him, if you turn in, you're never safe. You feel the hand on the back, and then he's capable of throwing everybody. So great bronze medal for Çalhanoğlu.
Right, well, that's a wrap on both of the weight categories that took place today. The under 57 kilo category, Jessica Klimka is the gold medal winner there. The under 73 kilo category, Lasha Shavdatuashvili,
First
finally
medal at a world championship.
Indeed.
Olympic medalist, gold medal, bronze medal, first medal at the world. And you could see there was actually one nice shot from, you know, we have so many nice camera shots. One camera shot from above when he was lying, and you saw how happy he was, because that was after the semi-final, because he was so happy with his first world medal. And I think he's the first in Georgia who won the Europeans, who won the Worlds, and who won the Olympics.
I did hear that.
well, but that's like a Grand Slam or not.
Especially for the Georgians, where you would expect that kind of depth to be the first one to do it.
Yep. So great. Well, I didn't make it. You?
No, I have no results. Okay, right. We're going to be back tomorrow with day 4 of competition. The little trivia that we've been having over the last couple of days, we can get rid of because the number 3 seed on day 3 ended up with a bronze medal, Nora Zhakova. So that's the end of that particular thing. From Dennis van der Geest and myself and all the broadcast team, it's bye-bye for now.